So back to the glute max, okay, and runners. So let's talk about injuries now. So if your glute max is not working and you're a runner, that means something else has to take over. Our body tends to work from the middle out. So it starts at the core and the hips, okay, so being the glutes, hip flexors, abs, and all that kind of region first, diaphragm being the top end of that. Starts there, and then it works out, okay, in another method I haven't learnt, okay, they call it zone 1, 2, and 3, okay. So zone 1 being the core, zone 2 being sort of chest and shoulders and then upper legs, zone 2 being the upper arms and lower legs, and zone 3 being sort of forearms, wrists, and then sort of ankles and feet. Okay, not a method I use, but the principle is similar. So if zone 1's not working, zone 2's then should take over. So that would be, in this case in running, it would be the hamstrings. If we're talking about the posterior chain, all the muscles down the back of your body, okay, the ones that propel you forwards, okay. If the hamstrings are not working because we're overstriding, we're overstretching the hamstring every time we run, okay, and again, as I mentioned in the last video, if they're overstretched, they're not wanting to work, okay, then something else has to work, okay. Then we're coming down to the calf muscle. Now the calf muscle, you're looking at the muscle attachments on the calf, you're looking just above the back of the knee, okay, in the popliteus area, okay, and the knee pit, okay. You're looking in there, okay, where the gastrocnemius and the soleus insert to around the knee, okay. That can lead to knee pain, or it could lead to more Achilles and ankle pain. Now if they're not working, the chain's got to come down to the foot. Okay, this is where we're starting to get foot and heel problems, plantar fasciitis and things like that. It all stems from a glute that isn't working, or a zone 1 that isn't working. So the core, the diaphragm, the hips and the glutes, if they're not working, then there's likely to be problems down the line. Okay, so if you've got ankle problems, okay, you're 2 steps down the line. If you've got knee problems, you're 1 step down the line. If you've got hip problems, there's problems, okay, but they're in the central zone, okay, and tend to be less problematic, okay. Or they're a symptom of a problem at a 3, so in your foot or your ankle, that's eventually worked its way back up. Okay, so the problem comes down, injury, or some sort of compensation pattern, your body's then compensated, muscles have changed how they've worked, they've adapted joint angles so that you can still do what you've been trying to do. The knees then rotated, the hips then rotated, and then the back and hip hurt. Okay, so it could be either way. Okay, it could be that's the primary area where it's gone wrong first, or it could be the secondary or third or tertiary area where the problem has migrated away somewhere and then come back and then shown itself and bitten you in the bum, as so to speak. So from a running point of view, the glute is king. Okay, if the glute and the hip flexors aren't working well in conjunction with each other, then your running style is not going to be as efficient as it is, and you are missing out on performance. If it's general day-to-day living you've got problems with, and you've got knee pain and ankle pain, then again, the glute is a important muscle in terms of posture. It helps hold your hips in the right position so that you can stand up straight, get your shoulders in the right position, get your neck and head in the right position, which then transfers force nicely through your body as you walk, move, and get about your day. Glute doesn't work, body doesn't work.